Okay, it's the next video. This particular video, we're going to create the wagon hitch as you see on the screen. So let's get started. All right, new canvas. There's my mouse. Here we go. All right, close the data panel. First thing we're going to do is create new component. I'll name it wagon hitch. And click OK. All right, create sketch, front back plane. Once again, we're going to go with center rectangle, 50 by 50. All right, let's hit E to extrude, and we are going to go a negative 150 millimeters. New body, click OK. Okay, so we're going to start building out from the front side of this, where we're going to make a little bit larger plate. As you'll see here, notice how the plate increases in size. We're going to come out, what is that, 15 millimeters or so? Yeah, that's 15 millimeters. We are then going to draw the top and bottom tongue, which should be a 50 by 24 to 50 by 18. Let me see. I'm looking at the instructions real quick. 50 by 18. Okay, they'll leave a 24 millimeter gap. This is 50 by 60 or 60 by 50. We're going to come out 60 millimeters. Then with the two rectangles that we draw here, the 50 by 18, we're going to round off those corners and put our holes in place. All right. So let's get back to our design. Let's create a sketch. We're going to select the front face of this. So do not click on a plane. So I'm going to click up here. I'm going to draw a center rectangle, center rectangle. And we are going to be 50 millimeters wide by 60 millimeters tall. Okay, got that? Enter. All right, and we are going to extrude that 15 millimeters. Now we're going to have to select these three sections, okay? And 15 millimeters is what we'll extrude. Looks good. Join is the operation. Good. Now we're going to create our next sketch once again on the front face. Create sketch. Select the front face again. This time we're going to go with a 2-point rectangle. We're going to start in the upper left corner. And it's going to be 50 millimeters wide by 18 millimeters tall. So we take that upper section of the plate. Good. We're going to do the same thing from the bottom. 50 millimeters wide, 18 millimeters tall. Finish sketch. Go to home position so we see our two shapes there. And we are going to extrude those by 55 millimeters. So extrude, select the first one and the second one, 55 millimeters. Good. There we are. We are next going to start rounding off some edges here, okay? So we're going to add a 5 millimeter fillet to the 4 edges along the tube, the top edge here and the bottom edge here. So let's go ahead and do that. Fillet. Let's select all 4 of these edges. 1, 2, 3. Where is that? He's hiding back in there. There it is. There's the fourth one. Let's get this edge and that edge, 5 millimeters. Click OK. Now the order in which we do this is important. Now we're going to take the 20 millimeter fillet on these edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 millimeters. So that gives us a nice rounded edge on the ends of the tongue. Click OK. I want to add a 3 millimeter fillet to these 4 edges. So let's go fillet. There's corner 1, corner 2, 3, and 4. And I believe that's 3 millimeters. Yes, it is. 3 millimeters. Click OK. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, this being the end of the wagon, the tongue of the wagon, if that was a solid piece of steel, that'd be incredibly heavy to try and lift and put on the hitch of the tractor. So we're going to hollow it out, lighten it up a little bit. So let's go and create a sketch on the back side of our design. Create sketch. We'll select the back. We're going to offset by 5 millimeters. There we go. -5 would be best. Enter. We're going to extrude. Hit the E key, finish a sketch, select my plane. We're going to cut away -135 millimeters. All right, looks good. Click OK. So we've hollowed out the end now. All right, and now we will need to cut a hole in the back. Oh, I missed the sketch there. All right. Let's create sketch. Doesn't make any difference. We're good. Right on this face, turn on construction. We're going to go find the center point. Right there it is. Click 40 millimeters. The end point will serve where for the center of our hole we're going to create. Turn off construction, center diameter circle. The end point here, 20 millimeter circle. There we go. Let's hit E to extrude, finish, and it finishes our sketch. Select our circle, let's drag it through the other side. Good. Cut is our operation. Click OK. Now we have a hole in the back, so we could interchange our hitch type. And now we need to create the hole in the tongues. So let's create sketch. We're going to select this top face on the tongue here. We're going to turn on construction, and we're going to draw a 22 millimeter. Find that center point. Notice the edge I'm on. Okay, not the outer one this time. Click 22 millimeters. All right, the end of that construction line will be the center point for our circle. I'll turn construction off. Another 20 millimeter circle. Center diameter circle. There we are. Hit E to finish sketch. Grab the circle. Take it all the way down. That's good. Click OK. Let's add our 1 millimeter fillet to the edges of our holes here. fillet. Select all 4 edges. Get this out of the way. One. Get the outer one. 1 millimeter. Yep. All right. Click OK. The hitch side is done. Okay, now we'll come back in a couple short videos on creating the pin and the cotter pin. And last but not least would be the assembly. So I'll see you soon.